What's up, YouTube? It's Dakota with another YouTube video. Today, going over a midweek review, essentially reviewing the charts that we talked about on Monday, see how they've came along, and see if we can actually capitalize off of any setups that have happened recently on those three pairs that we were paying attention to. The three pairs for Euro USD, USD JPY, USD CHF, and then GJ. So first and foremost, let's focus on Euro USD. Let's come back to the markup that's sent out. And you guys can go back to the previous video, see all the explanations that I explained on each of these charts if you want a deeper understanding of what we were looking at. Okay, so on Monday, Euro USD, we saw a break of the trend line, impulse break of the trend line, and to my eyes, I was seeing the expanding triangle. A few people on the call were actually seeing the bullish flag. Regardless, we were looking for a buy in this area. Price got down to that area, gave us an opportunity to enter. Essentially, that was the outcome. I entered multiple times because I saw two opportunities for JCP. If we come down and look at this, it's impulse, it's the flag, and I obviously converted over to the flag that everyone was seeing after price continued to come down. Started to see that pattern instead of the expanding triangle. But yeah, that played out. I actually closed at 3% profit on this trade, on those two positions, because my target per week is 5%. If I'm up 3% and I have 4 more days left in the week, I'm gonna secure that. I'm gonna secure that money, right? We got an impulse here. We got this correction. I want this correction to actually come down lower. Hasn't came down to the area that I wanted to come down to. We may even adjust this trend line if this continues up and pushes past this level. And then we'll just look for a new kill zone in that scenario. But just gotta be patient. I'll pass on that move if I got to. USD CHF, UCHF. Okay, UCHF. Look for a sell on Monday. And was this the market? No, that's GJ. All right, and that is last week. Let's see, we got something in the comment section. Oh, it looks like I didn't send out a chart for UCHF. I may have talked about on the call, but I know 100% that I talked about it last week. And there's a description here as well. I was looking for this ascending channel, essentially get broken down and waiting for a correction here. And then upon that correction, looking to sell from that. And that's exactly what happened. I did put in this, either wait for it to break the ascending channel or the trend line. So if you don't know about ascending channels, you could use the trend line as a rule of thumb to know when you're supposed to be looking for this sell. All right, so basically we got that break right here. Then we got our correction and entered right there, right? Price played out, as you can see in this screenshot. Okay, and also took profit on this one at the same time as Euro USD for the same reasoning. Okay, GJ didn't get it set up, or it didn't set up the way that we wanted it to, so there was no entry. Essentially, price broke the trend line, waiting for it to correct up to that zone. Price went up to that zone, but it went very, very aggressively. We go ahead and look at it. Right here, price broke the trend line, came up aggressively and broke that zone. So at that point, I was like, I don't really want to waste my energy on this trade. I'd rather just focus on Euro USD and UCHF instead of putting my money at risk on GJ. But if you decide to actually stick with it and pay attention to it, could have seen an opportunity to enter. There's two ways that you could possibly see this. This first way that I'm about to show, I don't particularly agree with, but if your eyes see it, your eyes see it. You have a impulse, a flat, or not a flat, but a triangle there that you could potentially enter off of. Or say you have your impulse here and you have the flag right there. Okay. In either case, it's a deep retracement. And for this particular one, I don't really like this setup too much. So even if I was paying attention to it, I personally probably wouldn't have entered. That's just a personal preference. But a little update on GJ. GJ's made an impulse down. Oh, tripping. Dakota's tripping right now. All right, forgot to pay attention to the higher time frame. Higher time frame. Got this impulse going up. We're waiting for this correction to come all the way down to this kill zone. That's the ideal scenario that I want to happen. So I want price to come down a little bit lower. Now, price is at the bottom of this pattern, so that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to continue straight down from this area. So I'm going to have to pay attention to it. So right now, what I can see we have a short-term downtrend right there. So as long as price is below this downtrend, I'd be looking for a sell. If we go down to the 8-hour, price has made an impulse move, waiting for this to correct up to that area, and then we're looking to sell. All right, short sell. Pay attention to price around this area if you decide to go for that. And I'll actually send a screenshot on it. I will let it be known I'm not going to enter this. And the reason for that is because, like, I'm already up on UChef and pretty much in my goal already. So there's no real reason for me to continue risking my money other than getting more money, which isn't a good reason. in my opinion. All right. Here's GJ. And back to you, Chef. I didn't send out that screenshot. Oh, I did send out. I sent this screenshot out around 7 o'clock before we hopped on the call.
Yeah, you did. I remember that.
I got stopped. We got stopped out on the first setup that we had. Basically, had like a 17 pip stop loss. But you know, came up, but it's still in the area. Still had our JCP, so I just entered again. Right, all our setup was still there, so there was nothing violated. So it's still good to enter. Just looking for this to come down about 62 pips for a 2% gain. Then Euro USD. I wanted to send this out, but I wanted to give a little bit more detail on the call. I know I already talked about it a little bit, but price pretty much pushed up from the area when I wanted to send the screenshot. But I was saying I want price to come down lower, but there's an opportunity to enter off of that breakout. I'm personally, but yeah, I'm not even gonna send that screenshot out. Yeah. But those 3 pairs, that's the update. So far up about 3.5% right now. Yeah, and I mean, like, easy week again. But if you guys do want to have access to these calls, click the link in the description to join the Discord server. Also, if you want private training from me to learn how I approach the market, every single tool that I use to actually extract money from the market, go ahead and click the private training link. And also in the description, I have a trading psychology playlist for you guys so that you guys can understand the mindset that you actually need in order to be successful with trading. I hope all that helps. And if you guys got any questions, go ahead, comment in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys next week on Monday.
Peace.